Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences, raw conversations, one destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link. All of our stories begin with either in the beginning or once upon a time. And for me, my story began pretty much, and this is how it was referred to for quite a while, a backdoor deal. I could be living in a different neighborhood, in a different school, with different kids in the same bedroom from day to day. And so it began to feel like I was moving through a maze. I was always the kind of kid who would talk to my imaginary friends. They would talk back. And I know now that it was a great thing because it was carving out a place for me to dream. A lot of us will say, well, I want to lose 10 pounds. And then down the road, we've gained it. Why? Because want comes like a wish list, but need comes with a plan. When you feel that power, that is your story, and you see how many paths it can light, trust me, there's nothing in the world that will make you say it wasn't worth it.
Before you get it, baby, show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign. shamelessly displaying my state of mind. But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Ooh, I'm ringing the bell today of Purpose with Purpose. Boy, am I excited for the obvious reasons, because I'm here with you. But I have something so exciting to share. It came just about 20 minutes ago, and you guys are the first that I'm going to share it with. And I want to preface it. Well, first of all, where are my manners? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Oh my goodness. Let's start by doing this, because this is what I'm about today. Drop one thing you're grateful for in the chat. It is a joy report today, y'all. And I am just so excited. I really am. I'm going to say this. You hear me talk about how important it is to transition, to ascend, to evolve, if you will, from living in a perpetual state of surprise. I mean, you can love surprises, but you should not live in a perpetual state of surprise. Why? Well, because when the unexpected happens, blessings that just blow your socks off, if you're surprised, you're like, well, what do I do with it now? No. Expect it. Move from surprise into expectancy. And when it shows up, like you know it will, with no proof, you know what you're going to do with it. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. When I was getting prepared to go to Romania with the Power of We Symposium, I took 11 of my coaching clients, and we were working with the United States State Department. You know how people always blow stuff out of the water. I'm just keeping it real. Like, oh, we're going to put you on CNN. Oh, you got to. Then none of that happened, right? But, and then I used to always go, oh, God, why do you dangle the ice cream cone out in front only to snatch it away at the last second? That's kind of cruel, wouldn't you say? I used to think that way. I would talk to God that way, which is okay. Say it, come as you are. You can be pissed off. But I just, I said, okay, well, it's never about one thing. You hear me say that. And I'll just have to be patient. P3, purpose, passion, and patience. So I said, okay. So then in comes the call from a PR person out in Los Angeles and said, hey, we really love your story about what you're going to do in Romania with the Power of We Symposium. And we love what you've already done in the United States with it. How would you like to be in the Los Angeles Tribune magazine? I was like, oh my God, really? Oh, right. And then, right, I should have known. I should have waited. I learned that. I learned from that one. I was like, I should have went, oh, really? So what are you offering? Like they do on TV. But no, old excited me. Oh, Lord Jesus. Right. And he goes, well, wait. I'm like, okay, here we go. And he goes, well, there's a cost. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. I'm thinking, oh, Lord, don't let it be more than $1,000. $19,000 for 2 pages. I was like, that's a car, right? Plus, I'm not even thinking car, because I'm thinking I need every penny for these kids. Every penny. Sorry. Let it go. We came back. 3 weeks after we came back, I got the call that said, hey, we pitched your story. They were watching while we were over there, all the stuff we were posting. We pitched your story to the Los Angeles Tribune magazine, and they want to feature your story. And I was like, okay, because I'm thinking, is this, don't assume, like the 4 agreements say, don't assume. And so I was like, okay, great. They said someone's going to call you. Thank you, Angela Lay. And they did. She did. And she did it. Took a couple rewrites. But then this morning, I came home from the gym and I saw on my phone, it said, I just saw you in the Los Angeles Tribune magazine and blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Look! Yay! I'm so excited. We're in the Los Angeles Tribune magazine. I've been in a lot of magazines. I've been on the covers of some magazines, but outside of People magazine, this is the biggest magazine so far in my journey. And I'm grateful that it's not about me. It's about the power of we. And that is why I'm celebrating with you and sharing with you, because I didn't do this. We did this. We did this. And we're going to do even more. So listen, Google it. If you need the link to it, please let me know. I will provide it to you. If they start promoting it next week. And now we're going to see, and I'm going to keep you in the loop as far as what God does with this. Let me tell you something. Be patient, people. Wait on it. And when it gets there, when it gets right in front of you, inside of you, all around you, from top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner, you will know what you're going to do with it. I'm telling you guys, and I'm on one this morning. I'm on one. I'm going to just put it out there like this because I am inside of the magic. When God blesses you and it is pouring all over you, get that feeling to people, in front of people, as soon as you can, so it can land on top of them and bless them too. Can I get an amen? Come on now. So I'm just going to say this. Drop something you're grateful for and start your own process. Legacy, set the table. And when you set the table, you don't have to set it. I did a reel before I went to the gym. I did a reel about this. Don't set the table for millions of people. I need millions of views, no, you can have all of that, but you got to set the table for one, a reservation for one. Start with your own. You cannot give people anything to drink from an empty cup. You cannot feed anybody from an empty bowl or an empty plate. Feed yourself and then get to work on easing suffering by feeding those in the world. That's it. That's all I got for you this morning, y'all. But I'm telling you what, I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm so grateful to my biological mother who is in heaven doing her thing. She told me 3 weeks before she left, before this started, on her deathbed, she told me she saw where God was taking me, and it predicted all of this. And so I'm just saying it because somebody out there today needs to hear it. Hold on, it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Your opportunity is already here. Just expect it and stop being surprised. Great show for you today. Coming up this weekend, I was in Kansas City last weekend at the Becoming the Best You event. It was absolutely phenomenal. But guess what? It ain't over. It ain't over. We're getting ready to do some big things here in Chicago. That's right. If you can get to Chicago, cue Olita Adams. I don't care if it's railway, trailway. Remember that song? You can get me right. Camel, whatever it is. If you can get to Chicago, come on out and join us at the Accelerator Business Summit coming up this Thursday and Friday, August 31st and September 1st. Oh my goodness. One of the great speakers, and this woman today, no wonder she landed on the day when this was all happening. Talk about someone who has just done it, keeps doing it, and keeps doing it, and keeps doing it. I am so glad that she is here to come in and pour into us on the coattails of this great blessing that I've just shared with you, that belongs to you just as much as it belongs to me. Her name is CELIA COLON, and boy, I can't think of much she hasn't done. But she's doing her thing to ease suffering in the world, and she's killing it. And here she comes. She's going to be on the stages this Thursday and Friday out at Tinley Park Convention Center. And let me tell you something. If you want to change your life, enhance your business, elevate everything that's going on in your world and around your world, think about it. See if you can get to Chicago and join us. Here she comes. Welcome, Celia. Put some hearts on the screen. It's our way of saying welcome, and it's virtual.
Hey, bring it, my brother. I love it. I love your energy, love your message. That's what it's about. I always tell people the universe is always conspiring for your success. You just got to believe it, feel it, dream it, live it, and speak it into existence, baby. You are speaking my language.
Oh, thank you for, I knew it. Boy. Oh, and I stole a little time from you today, so I'm sorry for that.
That blessing was for everybody to hear. We needed that. Thank you.
Well, I'm looking at the screen and I see you're the founder. I know what the acronym GOD stands for in more ways than one. But what I'm going to do, listen, You have so many nuggets, so many milestone moments in your journey so far, and you've got more to accomplish. I'm going to dip out and let you choose how you want to bring it in, give you a minute to just create your own vibe with the audience. Then I'll pop back in and we'll get officially started, if that's okay.
That is more than okay. I just want to say thank you for bringing me on your show. I am honored to share this space with you. I can't wait to share the space in Tinley Park with you because I know it's going to be off the chain.
It is.
I'm just super excited. I am just, every day I wake up like, oh my God, it's almost here. I'm really, really excited to hit the stage with just all the people that are lined up to pour into us. That's what life is all about, sharing knowledge, wisdom, sharing moments with people. And that's what I'm really excited about for the Business Summit. I am going to be hitting the stage with my amazing DJ Maya. She's a young dancer, DJ, just everything. She's a very talented young lady. She's only 19, just graduated from high school, and I love pouring into our young people, especially our young brown and black girls. So I am honored to have her on the stage with me. We're going to give the audience an immersive experience that you're not going to find in any other place. We're going to be talking about what Mr. Lauren was just talking about, yourself, putting yourself first. Wellness, what does that look like? What does protecting your space looks like? What does putting you first looks like, right? Because like he just said, he's speaking all of my language. You can't pour into people in an empty cup. You can't feed people with an empty bowl. So how are you showing up in your life? How is the wellness warrior in you putting you first, making sure that you are overflowing with blessings to pour onto other people? And that's what this is all about, because I know we're going to have a panel before we come on, me and DJ Maya. So I know they're going to cover a lot of things. My whole mission is to help people create and start, right, their self-care plan that day, to commit to themselves, to commit to something that will make them a better version of them.
You know what? Let me hit the bell. You said a mouthful, because that is where it started for me. I always refused when I was in my depression and suicidal and out there on the streets and all that. I stayed away from the medications they offered, and it took me, yes, a little bit longer. But when I decided at 50, because I had that colonoscopy, you know how they have you go do that. I woke up in the middle of it and was looking at the screen. So for the first time, I saw the inside of my body. And I was like, wow. Oh my God, it's so pink and tender. And I was like, whoa, so it kind of changed my mindset. I went back to sleep, but I decided then and there, and I was like 187 pounds. And oh my God, I look like a black Alfred Hitchcock. Good evening. I'm not kidding. And I had been shaving. You guys know this. My face, my head, brushing my teeth in the shower for over 25 years, simply because, and I didn't know that's what it was. I did not like myself. I didn't like looking in windows when I walked past them. I didn't stop in those mirrors people have in the front of their house where you can check yourself. None of it. And when I built in a wellness plan, it shocked me how just seeing a result, seeing a change that I created cognitively, purposefully, just that first pound that I used to imagine the sweat. Like I said, all of that is the stuff melting away that no longer serves me. And amen. I put up the timer on the treadmill. So I was like, because I know I had to rebuke that timer, because the timer was making me like, dang, this is the longest 3 minutes. Right. And then 45 minutes, I'm killing it. And I transformed my body and became an Herbalife grand champion. And then coached 3 more from it. That's where I learned, and I'm going to wrap this part up. That's where I learned immediately how badly I needed, when I found something wonderful, to give it away.
That's right.
You see? And so then it started on the outside and moved like a tie-dye and just swirled in all around me and within me. And here I am today. And so, so tell people, you got a lot.
Yes.
Go down that list of.
Yes. No, Praise God. You said it all, right? If we don't like something, we have to change it. And that's what we're going to be talking about when we're there, right? Because it's not just changing one thing, it's changing all the things that make you, you, right? The emotional, the spiritual, the physical, right?
Yep.
All of the things, right? People fail to realize sometimes that our emotions control our thoughts, which control our actions. So,
Yep.
therefore, every emotion is tied to a motion. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Every emotion is tied to a motion. People forget to realize that every step that we take is intentional. It's a divine connection. It's that connection that needs to be made, because every connection that you make creates the experience that you have in this thing called life. And it molds you, it changes you, it helps you adapt, it helps you lose things that you don't need, it helps you gain things that you do need, to continue to make you be the person that you need to be in this lifetime, right? Because everyone has something special. Everybody was born with greatness inside of them. Everybody was born with a gift. And once that gift is shown to the world, it's because it's needed. And it might take a very hard journey to get there, right? It ain't always going to be rainbows and, unicorns, right?
Mm-mm.
That's what life is about. It's about going through the storms and realizing that there's going to be a rainbow at the end of it. But it's the storm that builds the character. It's the storm that makes you feel alive, right? It,
Yeah.
it, it impacts every part of your body and every soul. And it's that pain that drives me to purpose, like my show, Powered by Pain on JD3 TV. You know? It,
Hold on.
yes, yes.
Get that plug in. Get it.
That's right, baby. That's right. Because I am powered by pain all
I
day.
know James. I love James and
I
Kara.
love James and Kara. Them are my mentors. They're now Baroness, and they are doing some fascinating things all over
Yep.
the world.
Yep.
I'm glad to be, honored to be one of their babies in the pile of mentees that they have. But, it's all about creating change. For me, it's about creating a village of hope and healing, because it's in those dark spaces, in those dark moments when we don't think that we're going to get through it, when we're ready to die, when we're ready to give up on life, that baby Jesus comes through, baby, and gives us our resources, our tools, and our people to get through it.
All of it.
And that's what Powered by Pain is all about. It's a village that just shares their personal experiences, because I think that that's what's missing in the world, right? Because people, I have a shirt that I wear when I go inside of the juvenile detention center that says, "You can't be me unless you see me," right? We need to make sure that people see us being triumphant, being successful, creating millions and billions, and building villages that help other people. Because a lot of the times, our young people, especially in the city of Chicago, and I serve on the south side of Chicago, and I grew up on the south side of Chicago, it's unheard of to see us succeed. Because I remember my past when I was young and I was gang involved.
Really?
My trajectory was death. I didn't think I was going to live to be 15.
Right. Right. Then 20, then 25, then 30. I was shocked every time I hit a 5-year mark, because I really didn't believe. It just didn't seem like the recipe was something that was ever going to really come out baked, come out of the oven fresh and ready. But Lord, I got baked, fried, air fried, dipped in chocolate, all of it.
So baby, talking my language. That's right. So, there is no limitations to what God can do.
Exactly.
Life is limitless. Life is abundance. It's just about being connected to those things. And that only happens when you show up and show out, right? 80% of success is just showing up. That's something James always taught me. Just get in the room, right? Just show up, get in the room. Because what's supposed to be for you and whoever you're supposed to be connected to, God's going to make it happen. I always call my connections divine connections, because I always tell people there's a reason that we connected, and it's just not for me and you to be friends. There's something that we're supposed to do together. I just don't know what it is yet, but you know what? It'll show its face. and
See, that's it
everybody and
right there.
everything.
You're
Hmm.
expecting it.
Yes,
You don't
always.
have to know. And see, that is what a lot of people would say. Okay, now we're starting to get into faith. But here's the thing I know about faith. And y'all, I'm telling you, when you get this, you're not going to want to ever let go of it. It just makes it so much more manageable. And it not only, it started with faith in my world where I saw it like this, but now joy is there, peace is there. What I'm getting at is faith is not a thing. Faith is a place. Joy is a place. All of those things that you cannot capture in a jar, that doesn't come in a pint, quarter gallon. Those are places, because wherever you find yourself in need of it, it is already there. It is
Yes.
already, you just have to remember who you are so that you can know that these things, these gifts, these powers are within reach.
Yes, yes, yes.
You
Preach to
see?
me. I'm like, yes, yes, bring it
It's
home.
exactly right. And the thing about it is, Celia, and let's talk about this, because I know you know people. I've seen your list of accomplishments, and it's just like, it's like a big slinky. They just go over the back and to the front, and then the front over the back, just connecting, going. And I know a lot of people like, well, dang, she's doing too much, or she's an overachiever, or this, that, and the other. But see, through whatever is greater than you, all things are possible. So if you can
Yes.
dream it, you can have it, you can be it. And so I want you to take us through these chain links that
Sure.
make this powerful woman that is here today. Start with founder of God. What is that all about?
Founder of God. So God, giving others dreams, that is my baby. I always tell people that is my life, not my job. Okay. God was created back in 1998 when I sat in a prison cell, and I was only maybe 18 years old, and I was lost. And
Wow.
I was in prison for getting into a fight with another girl, had no, legal help, didn't know the system. And just like everybody else who's in prison, 99.9% of people go to prison on a plea deal, because we don't know our rights, right? We're not educated. We don't have that knowledge, right? And if you look up any statistics anywhere, that is the absolute truth. There's a lot of innocent people sitting in jail. There's a lot of people sitting in prison who shouldn't be in prison, with the drug on war, drug on people. But that's a whole different topic, and we'll be there for a whole hour if I go into that. But it was in 1998 that I actually first met a social worker. I had joined a hospice program inside the prison to read books to people that were dying and write letters for people that were going home, write letters to the people at home on this medical ward. And it
Okay.
was in that session that I found out that I was dealing with unhealed trauma. It was the first time I ever spoke to a psychologist or a doctor and even knew that I was suffering from unhealed trauma. And this opened up a whole can of worms, right? A whole new world, because then I wanted to know how and why I, was suffering like this, what caused this. And that's what allowed me to dig into and read every book that I could about the subconscious mind, about the mind, about how we can heal, how we recover from trauma. And I've read thousands of books, right? And one thing that every doctor, every psychologist will tell you, no one can tell you when you are going to heal from trauma.
That's
It's
right.
a personal thing, right?
That's right.
There's no cookie cutter experience that's going to help you. But because of this, I've been on this healing journey for 21 years, right? I've done everything from yoga, Reiki, energy work. I'm a sound bowl healer. All of this, oils, just you name it, I've done it, right? When it comes to healing on a cellular level, because I've been through so many adversities as a child, survivor of many things, rape, neglect, prison, all of these things that cause tremendous amounts of trauma,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I've seen people die in my face. I've been
Yeah.
witnesses to murders. I mean, I could go through a list of horrific things, right, that I went through, but that's what created the wellness warrior. You can never know what God's glory is unless you've been in the mud, right? And unless you've been saved, unless you've been healed, you don't know what broken is, right?
Got that
So,
right.
so it's because of my horrific humbling experiences as a child that brought me into this long life journey of
Mhm.
healing. And I have never stopped healing, and I will continue to heal myself and give people access and options and resources to stuff to help them start their own healing journey.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
saying.
There you go. I want to just butt in because I say it all the time, and it messes up a lot of people at first till I explain it. But I tell you, true healing should never end. It should never end. It should be that thing like on that movie, Powder, when he took that hunter's hand and put it on the dying deer. You should, when you heal, you pass it on, and they pass it on, and they pass it on, and so on and so forth. And I just want to say, Brenda Ringwood is here. That's the event planner from where I just was at the Becoming the Best You experience in Kansas City last weekend. And Brenda has a television show coming to my network, Trajectory.
Beautiful.
From felon to fabulous. Stories of people that have done time and have come out and done something with it all the time. And you know, you may not know this, but you know, I too did prison time.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Yes. And Brenda right here did prison time. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. We're in great company because all the miracles and parables of the Bible, all those stories that have a moral to them, when you look at them, it is always the invisible, the looked over, the shunned, the pushed away, those whose voices have supposedly been put on mute, that all of these miracles are worked through. So whatever you have out there that you're calling it shame, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Don't call it shame. Don't take the blame. Take the magic that is within it and get out there and change people through it. That's what you do. So, okay. All right.
That's right. Because I always say, God puts ordinary people through extraordinary things to live an extraordinary life. And that's what we are, baby, right? We have been through the storms. We have been through the mud. And we understand. And now we're on that other side. And we understand, that at the end of the day, it was a part of our destiny, right? Because the people I serve, I understand their pain. I don't know it 100%, but I can hold their hand and understand why they need so much emotional help, why they need so much spiritual help, why they just need support of another human, right? Because I know what that feels like to be alone. I know what that feels like to cry and feel like you're the only person on earth going through this shit and nobody hears you and nobody wants to, reach their hand out to you. Because God had me go through all of these things, it allows me to be a more empathetic, more, I would say, a reachable healer in the community.
Reachable, approachable.
Credible. And you know what? All of those balls come with me and they've seen it. I share my scars. I got scars you can see up and down my body because I was abused as a child, and scars that you can't see. And it's the ones that you can't see are the ones that I'm trying to help people remove because only they create those in their mind, right? And regardless of what happened to you as a child, as an adult, you have a responsibility to decide how you're going to live the rest of your life because we spend more time being old in our bodies than we do young. And we got to understand that this journey is long and it doesn't have to be hard. We get to decide what kind of emotions we have on this journey.
But it's long, but it's quick.
It is. And it's beautiful. And it could be, we have the honor and the privilege to get up every day and create the life that we want. It all depends on the actions we're taking, the people we hanging out with, what we're watching, what we're reading, who we're connected to. All of that creates our trajectory, right?
All of that. As we setting up Trajectory TV.
TV, baby, yes. All of that creates, yes, ring that bell. It all creates our trajectory.
I got a download while you were talking, and I'm supposed to ask you a question.
Sure.
This is going to really, your answer, the story you're going to tell us, I've told, is meant specifically for someone who is here. And they've been looking for this for a minute. So here we go. I was told, instructed, requested to ask you to tell us about, there's a certain person that you've worked with in your journey. There's this one that stands out where when you were doing what you do and have done many times, you didn't see this. It was almost like you could see the light. Sometimes we see the light come on like this and it's just in them. But then sometimes this time they say it was like a dimmer switch. It just kept getting brighter and brighter in this person. As you were telling them, like they were waking up right before your eyes. You know who it is. I'm going to dip out, and I want you to tell us, because somebody needs to know what is possible, how your story can just part the curtain that was before looked like it was a curtain made out of stone, and the person could not see it, and all of a sudden it's just like spider web, like mist. It just parts itself. So tell us about that, and then I'll pop back in.
Okay. I like to say that your story is somebody else's survival guide. You don't know who needs to hear your advice, your tools, your resources that you use to get through your situation. I've done this many a times where I've just peeled myself like an onion, shared all the good parts and the bad parts of the journey, right? And that's because I feel like if I've suffered, why should you have to suffer? If I can help you and just share my knowledge and share my wisdom and share my pain, then maybe I can prevent some of that pain from hitting your soul and hitting your heart, right? And maybe I can be the catalyst that sparks a different thought in you, right? A lot of times when we are ready to give up, we like to just say F it. I tell people, let's say effort, right? It makes our brains think a different way. There's always a solution to any problem that you're facing, and you don't have to face them alone. There's a whole village of people who are willing to hold your hand and walk with you while you go through some stuff. You just have to be connected to them. You have to be open to wanting and receiving the blessings that God has waiting for you. I am a firm believer. I always tell people my life story is an honor to God's glory, because if people would even know the half of what I've gone through, sometimes I look back and look at it like, damn, I survived all that. Like, God, only Jesus, right? You would be in tears and also shocked, because that's just what I look like when I look back at my life. And I thank God for all the glory and all the places that he has brought me to since. Because when I left that prison cell 27 years ago, never in my wildest dreams did I think that I've have all these millionaires, billionaires. Did I say billionaires? I got about 5 of them that are mentors to me, right? Never in my wildest dreams that I think that I'd be in masterminds that are $50,000 to get into, but I'm sitting in there because I'm blessed and highly favored. And I got work to do, right? Because one thing that I do, everything that I learn and I continue to learn, I'm a student and I'm a teacher, and I'm always going to be a student teacher, is because I want to be a better leader. And I want to be able to bring those things to my community for the people that are scared to venture out, right? If we start trickling these things in and allowing them to see all the greatness that happens to us, and allowing them to see the transformation in their face, because our people got to see it to believe it, to want to be a part of it sometimes, right?
That's right.
Then you know what? You can't be me unless you see me. So we got to be out there and we got to bring it back to the hood. And that's what I love to do. I love to come back from masterminds, from limitless events, and all these amazing events that just pour and plug into you, just like the business summit, right? There's just going to be amazing magic happening there. I love to bring all that knowledge, power, tools, and people back to the community.
Well, don't stop now. Look, I was like, all I need to do now is get the choir to come and sing an A and B selection and pass the offering plate. And we have done it. No,
we've done it. The power of you. Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
Right. So you told us a little bit about what you're going to be presenting. And right now, you guys, along the bottom of your screen is my discount code. I'm turn it off for a second because I want to grab it. And I want to drop it in your comment section so you can have it. So let me copy it real quick, and then I'll throw it right back up there for you. There it is. And now I'm going to drop it in your comment section. Get over and get your ticket if you're in the Chicago area, or it's possible to get it to the Chicagoland area. We'd love to be there with you. But go ahead. So what is the thing that drives you? What is the most wonderful benefit, let's say, that you would say you experience on a daily basis from all that you do that eases suffering in this world? Why is it so beneficial and so purposeful for you? What do you get from it?
I say it's the impact that I make to create a safer community. When people are loved and supported, there's no violence, right? When we out here living our best life, eating steaks, booking our next flight, we're not trying to harm other people. I'm also a survivor of gun violence. I lost my baby sister 2.5 years ago. I had to ID her on her birthday. Changed my life forever, right? Right now, I'm fighting for public policy, for a national policy to actually create trauma-informed care at every medical examiner's office and at every funeral home. The things that I went through when my sister passed away, I shouldn't have went through. And that's what we're going through in the city of Chicago on a daily. They're forcing us to go ID bodies when we shouldn't have to. We know what our family members look like. We don't want to see them in that space. But yet, with all the social and digital media, they could have showed me any picture. But yet, I had to see my sister's wound on her birthday. She got shot with the 45 to the head. Ain't no coming back from that.
Right.
I don't care how many coping skills I have, right? So for me, it's about stopping the violence. When we help people heal, right? When we help people find their purpose and live on purpose, the world becomes a safer place. It impacts society. It impacts communities. All we have to do is care about each other, love one another, be that supportive person to somebody. And it doesn't have to be everybody, but God will know who you need to help and why. For me, the work is personal, because I've been in a lot of these spaces that the people that I'm serving are in, right? I've been that domestic violence survivor. I've been that woman in that DV relationship. I've been that woman coming home from prison. I've been that woman who had to leave a gang. I've been that woman who had to, belong to this club that nobody wants to belong to of gun violence survivors. There's so many things in clubs that I belong to that I wish I didn't. And it's that invisible line and that invisible responsibility that people like me all over the world step into, because we know what that's like. We understand that pain and that suffering like no one else.
Yes.
And we feel it's our responsibility to help people get through that, hold their hand, be present, be prayerful, right? Sometimes people just need another human body in the space with them and not say nothing. It's that energy that's transferred that no one can talk about, but we know no one can measure, but we know it exists.
Yes.
That's the stuff that people are missing to get through their storm. Right?
There it is. Listen, we're going to take a 60-second break, just 60. That's all. And just to pay a couple bills. And when we return, I'd like to get into it with CELIA before we get out of here. We've got about 15 minutes left to talk about what's next. What has she got around that corner known as the future? What's she planning? And then also some tips on how you can start changing your world one story at a time. That and more when we come back. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back.
You can navigate the legal and emotional journey of divorce and exit a marriage the way you entered it, with mindfulness, love, and respect. Solace Divorce Mediation is a full-service law practice helping couples focus on the health and well-being of children and their forever co-parenting family. Our streamlined divorce journey offers flat fees with an estimated completion time frame of 2 to 4 months. If you or a friend need us, visit solacedivorce.com.
Welcome back to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. And I tell you, she does not miss a moment to keep it moving. While we were on that 60-second break, I could see her in the green room because she's in her car, clearly. She started driving, thinking I can get down the road 1 minute's worth. Well, her signal got lost. Here she comes back. So, okay, there she is. I know you can't be talking and driving. Girl, if you don't pull that thing over.
I am. I have to get back to my other. I'm taking my kids to school right now, guys. So I have
Are
to.
they in the car with you?
No, I dropped one off, and I got to go pick up the other one. She's in college, so I have to jump off. But I had an amazing time. Um, One of the advices that I can give you is find you some mentors. Find you a group of people that's doing amazing things. Right? Find time for you. I always tell people if you don't have 10 minutes of self care planned into your everyday life, you ain't living for you, and you can't live for nobody else. So you got to make it happen. You got to do what you got to do to take care of you before you can take care of others. You will learn other tips from me and so many others this weekend, this Thursday and Friday at the Business Summit. Come through, get your
Day after
blessings.
tomorrow.
Yes. Come through
Where
and
can
get
people find you on social media, Celia?
at CELIA Colon 1. So it's CELIACOLN 1. CELIA Colon. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or you can go to my GOD page. You can also go to Giving Others Dreams online. And you can email me at reachus@givingothersdreams.info. I
There
thank
you
you
go.
for your time, for your passion. I can't wait to meet you in person and give you a
Oh,
big old hug. And I look forward to the next 2 days of love, passion, wisdom, and understanding.
I
And
know.
and I thank all of your amazing guests and all of their amazing comments. I am humbly, grateful for all of the awesome comments. Thank you guys. I love to connect with each and
Oh, I'm
every one
glad
of
you
you.
saw. There's some people that want to connect with you already.
All
And
right.
yes, and listen, we can't wait. You know, a couple of the speakers are staying here at our home, and they get here today. So
Oh, nice.
so it really kicks off for us today. And it kicked off with you. So thank you so much. I will see you on the stage
Yes, sir.
Thursday. God bless you.
God
God
bless
bless
you. You
the
take care,
mindset.
guys. Mommy
Bye.
GB's call. All right. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
That's Celia Cologne, you guys. Isn't she just awesome? I cannot wait. I might just say, here, you be the MC. Because I just want to listen to her. Listen, you guys. We can just kick it for a couple minutes. We've got some time left. But yeah. She is a powerhouse, right? And I wish I had her links, but she's getting them kids where they need to go. Let me see if I can find it. If anyone out there is in her crew, her tribe, and you can drop it in the comment section, that would be truly helpful. But wait a minute, I'm gonna see if it's over on her Facebook page. And it is. So there it is. I am going to will it let me? Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm not, you guys know already, I am not tech savvy. So I got one, and I'm just gonna drop it into the comment section. Just so, ooh, that looks like some kind of Einstein equation. Why do they make those links like that? Has to be 12 lines. Anyway, I'm putting it in there. See if it will load it. Okay, that big old thing that just went in there. Ooh, I hope it works. If not, Celia Colon, CELIACOLON. Head over to her Facebook page, and on there you'll find every link. She's got a bunch of them. Now, before we get out of here today, I thought, let me see, because I'm not used to the guests leaving early. Go here's where I get to prove what live TV is all about. So I just want to say this: before I brought Celia in today, I was sharing with you all that blessing that I woke up today, and we are actually in the Los Angeles Tribune magazine for our work in Romania. And let me just say this to you, because in Kansas City, I debuted a new piece called, I think I told you, Setting the Table. And my reel today is about it. Setting the Table of Legacy, a reservation for one. And I can't stress that enough for you guys. If you focus on one, it makes legacy building so much more enjoyable, manageable, fearless, less fear involved. It's more hopeful, it's just full of hope. Why? Because it's just, you have one plate to fill, one glass, one cup, one bowl to fill, one spirit to fill, your own. Because as long as you keep that cup full, you can quench the thirst of those in the world that come to you for just a sip, just a drop. It only takes a drop. Seriously. So I say that so that you don't make it overwhelming. Here's the deal. What is greater than us? God, spirit, source, the universe, whatever you ascribe to. When that divine entity grants us access to be able to go in and speak to and resonate within one soul, you can rest assured the floodgates of possibility have all been opened, which means you have access to every soul. It only takes one, but you must have a reservation for yourself first. That is the only way to assure that no matter where you're at, if you're on a building in Times Square or a billboard, you might be on a float in the Rose Parade. You might just be standing in the grocery store line. Wherever you find yourself, face to face with another human, another person that speaks, those of us in this world that have authority within this world, be there. Do what you would do as if it were millions of people. It starts with one. The universe knows that what we do in those small situations, we will eventually do in all situations. We are, after all, creatures of habit. But also remember this. It is what you do when no one is watching. It is those things you get up and be a good steward with when the world is sleeping. Those are the things that will bring you global resources, that will secure your name so that it will be heard and echoed down the hallways of history for thousands of years. Keep it simple. The truth never has to be practiced. The truth never has to be remembered. The truth is the only thing in the universe that will never, ever change on you. And it will never change in and of itself. The truth will always be the truth. So if you leave your truth, if you acknowledge and honor your scars, speak your truths, share them. Don't be ashamed. 1,000,000 years from now, the story you tell of your truth, you guessed it, it will still be true. Wherever there's truth, there's power. You best believe it. Listen, tomorrow, wait, what's the date tomorrow? Oh, wow. This month is over, you guys. It is over. Tomorrow is Martha Katori. And I hope I get clarification on how you say that last name by tomorrow's show. It has been just an incredible time today with all of you. Thank you so much for pouring into us, for allowing CELIA to pour into you, and for us to come together, thereby fulfilling one of the greatest promises available to us today. That one that no matter what it feels like, we have proof. We have a way to prove to ourselves that we're never alone. 2 or more is all it takes to unleash all the magic within fellowship, spiritual magic. 2 or more. Wherever you find yourself today, find yourself seeking your higher self, so that one day you can leave this world having found your highest self. Take great to greater, strong to stronger, and bright to brighter. It only takes 2 little letters, an E and an R. Grab them and push them right up against everything you woke up with, and watch what happens. I'm Lauren Michaels Harris, and I am so honored to love you. I hope that you get out there and give that love away to someone else. I'll see you tomorrow morning, God willing, right over there on the front porch, where together we'll create another divine moment in time, another illuminated conversation right here on Bathrobe Moments. And as I say every day in closing, I love you, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. See ya. Get out of here, and don't let my screen door slam on your way out. Have a good one, you guys. Bye-bye now.